On today's episode of Watch JRGO, we are back in the shop with my 2000 Saturn SC2, and today we're gonna clean this thing out and figure out just how bad it really is. What is going on, guys? I am Watch JRGO, and like I said, I'm in the shop with my Saturn SC2 we picked up a few episodes ago. And this car, while it looks dirty right now, is actually a diamond in the rough. So today we're gonna clean this thing up because it's an absolute pigsty of a car. If you look inside the door here, I mean, it's really gross. So today we're gonna drag a trash can over here, get this thing cleaned up, then we're gonna put it on the lift and figure out how much work it's gonna be to get this transmission out of the car and get a new clutch swapped in it with a new flywheel and everything. And then hopefully that's all it needs to go back on the road and be a great car for somebody. If you guys remember the last video, of course, it's in just unbelievable condition. The wheels are in excellent shape. They haven't started corroding like the GM wheels always do. And of course, the entire body for the most part is plastic, so it's all in excellent condition. And there's no rust underneath this thing either, which some people were concerned about, but it is clean top to bottom. So we'll throw it up on the lift and I'll actually show that to you guys. First, let's just dive right into the cleaning. Also, this was in the back window and I had no idea what it was. I was like, why is there a piece of wood with some cheap handles on it? Well, what this is a bathtub, like laptop or tablet holder with a wine glass holder. I didn't know what it was. It seemed like it was somebody's leftover shot class project, but somebody in the comments mentioned that it sits across your bathtub so that you can play on your computer in the bathtub, I guess. Now we know what it is. Well, it still doesn't smell very good inside, but the Saturn is kind of cleaned out now. Much better than it was a few minutes ago. And we got all the major junk out of it. Cleaned out the door pockets and the cup holders and all that stuff. The carpets still have like strange discoloration on them, but hey, it's a lot less creepy to crawl in this thing. There was so much old food in here. I should have thrown it out the day we brought the car home, but of course we needed to show cleaning it out on video. Now that we've got it cleaned out, we're gonna push this thing up on the lift and see what it's gonna take to separate the transmission. It's already in neutral and it weighs like 5 pounds, so that's all it needed to do. Should park itself right on the lift. All right, underneath the Saturn for the first time, and it looks like I found that exhaust leak. That's insane. They just cut the pipe from front to back. And what's really crazy is the cat it's right there. Like, it's got a header mounted cat. This must have been the secondary cat here, and it ran all the way back, and of course, everything's missing now. And I almost think they did this because they wanted it to be loud. It's been welded on before too, really poorly welded on before. And the canister's back here, which you'd think they would have thrown out or something, but that is our missing exhaust. So I need to get either a straight pipe or a high flow cat or the factory cat to shove back up in here. And it looks like there used to be the O2 sensor hanging out right there. It's gotten nice and hot and covered in carbon. And look at the gas tank on this thing. Pretty cool, center mounted. Fuel filters right there, built-in regulator, Corvette style. That is basically the Corvette filter there. And fuel comes all the way down and into this giant center tank. And everything else under here looks, I would say, brand new. Really, really good. Interesting place for an evap test port there. And, I mean, all the suspension looks pretty solid. I'd say everything looks really good. It's just ready for a transmission. Now, it looks like it might need a rear main seal because there's a lot of wetness around here. And, of course, the whole pan is soaked, too. So it's definitely been wet, but first things first, we get the transmission out of here and figure out this clutch situation and go from there on the rear main. All right, now that we've jumped underneath this thing and checked it all out, we're gonna start ripping this thing apart. Batteries coming out, air box is coming out, battery tray, basically everything that lets me get down to the transmission, it's all gotta come out. So the computer will come out too. Everything here, we're gonna get it out right now. So let's get to work. Looks like I need a Phillips and an 8. Just like that, all the big stuff that was in our way here is gone. The battery box, the ECU, all the intake piping, all hanging out over there in the corner. And now we get to rip everything off the transmission. So we've got speed sensors, gear indicators, all kinds of fun stuff like that. All the clips for the shifter cables there, I'm gonna go ahead and pop all of those off. And I've heard on the clutch, you can't disconnect the hydraulics. It's a fully sealed system. So the clutch is actually right there, the slave cylinder, and apparently you just push in and twist a third of a turn and it comes right off. So I've never done that before because I've never had to work on one of these, but I'm kind of excited to see this thing just push in, pop right out. I'd say we're making good time so far, and I'm just gonna keep right on ripping this thing apart. I hope you guys are excited as I am about this. I have no idea how you're supposed to reach in here and grip this thing, but somehow we're supposed to push in. This is not turning one bit. Okay, I can say it's pretty loose if you look at that. All right, I see. You can technically push in and turn on this. So we're gonna try it. Oh, there it went. No way. Well, that plastic there on the slave broke. Hopefully it doesn't affect anything and this thing still works when we put it back together. Now that we've got the slave out, we pull this bracket off of here that's holding to the transmission and then slide all of this kind of out of the way. All these lines are rubber, so we'll just kind of set it over here, and that basically wraps up everything on top of the transmission. So I've got the shifter cables, they're all disconnected and chilling, and all the wiring we can reach from here. Also, that was just unhooked. Something random right there. Once the slave's off of here, I think we're ready to lift this thing up and start pulling the wheels and the CVs off. Okay, we got quite a bit done. We're ready to go underneath the car, pull the wheels and the CVs. After that, that should be it, honestly. This transmission just comes right out. And obviously, I've already got everything disconnected from it, everything that was hooked up to the car. So we're down to bell housing bolts, and then it's supposed to, I don't know if this is true, but it's supposed to basically just slide out of here in its entirety. The whole unit should just slide right out of the side. So the wheels, the CVs, and then all the suspension over here on the driver's side will come off tomorrow, and we should have the transmission out. I will throw the support bar across to hook onto the engine and support it, and I think that's it. So this isn't a crazy job. It shouldn't take long at all. I didn't spend a ton of time on this, but we're out of time for the day. Plus, we got this thing all cleaned up. It's way better, and it smells better inside now too. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjr.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Here on Saturn Tales. I need to order these headlights soon too, because there's really no saving those things. And that's basically all I want to do to it is fix the clutch and throw some headlights in it. And it should be good to go. Well, after a real detail, I'm sure we'll ceramic coat this thing too.